Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I was not expecting to have to stream this late at night, but unfortunately scheduling issues happen, and sometimes we have to do this. Anthony back with you once again in the broadcast booth, and I just realized that I have the audio playing on my phone because I'm trying to grab the link to promote it somewhere. But we are going into round 2 of Team Bayformers Encounter 5. And we have a lot of orange-black on the board. I will say that right about now. We have Champion running, I believe this is a variation of his standard 4-wide bold spam deck. And then Ozzy is running Blaster versus Soundwave, which I believe he has run this for the last couple of events. And we're just waiting for the roll-off here, I believe. So, I'm not sure who's going first. It looks like Ozzy is, because 4 cards in hand. Also, I am the only one in the booth right now. Tank, unfortunately, could not join me this time, which sucks. But, it is what it is. So, I am now just adjusting my volume, because I need to be able to hear what is going on, since I have nobody else that can listen in for me. And I'm going to quickly give him a heads up that we can go. You two are clear to go. Alrighty, we are off to the races. I just had to give them a heads up. They were waiting patiently for me to get the stream set up. So, if Champion, Ozzy, if either of you are watching this replay back later, thank you very much for putting up with that for a few minutes. Anyways, we're going to see a flip of Soundwave here, deploy of Ravage, and let's see what's in Champion's hand. Fight for position, grenade launcher, kinetic intensifier whip. Okay, we are already off to a pretty good start in terms of what Champion is holding. So that should be good for him on turn 1. I'm not sure what got thrown on top of the deck. I was actually looking away at the moment. The kinetic, nope, that's the grenade launcher that got thrown back on top of the deck. So it looks like 6 Pierce 3 going into Brawn. So Brawn will take 4 here, and we will move over to Champion's turn. So we're probably going to see Lionizer go in here. It's a pretty standard move for any team running a Battle Master that isn't, what's his face, Turbo Board. I forgot what he was called for a moment. And we will now just wait and see what Champion has to drop. Probably not the Kinetic Intensifier Whip. If anything, he'd probably drop the Fight for Position onto Lionizer, assuming he has another action in turn 4 next turn. Sending the Fight for Position on Lionizer, exactly as I called it. Going into Fangry here, so Lionizer has Bold 6, and there is going to be a lot of attack here to an extent. 10 Pierce 5 into Fangry, blocking 2, taking 8. And also, if anybody is wondering what head is on Fangry, it is Parsec. And if you're wondering why Parsec and not Kreb, that is because all of the health heads have been banned for this encounter, alongside Sky Shadow Sync, Turnabout Snare, and also you are only allowed 1 Titan Master on your team. This is what the Garrus 9 list is for this event, just for those wondering. Soundwave will flip to alt mode. We'll see a Rage onto Ravage. Now, if you're not familiar with this card, this is one of the Turbo Revving cards that is seeing a fairly decent amount of play this event. It is an orange icon utility that it can only go on melee characters, gives bold 1, and when the upgraded character, I believe, attacks, you do a damage to a tapped enemy. Calculated strike onto Ravage, so plus 2 Pierce 2, so he's going in for 5 Pierce 4 right now. Does a damage to Lionizer. This could very well kill him. 8 Pierce 6, it looks like that Ravage is going in for here. Taking 6. Alive on 1, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if Lionizer has 8 health or 10 health. I'm honestly not sure. It's been a while since I've used Lionizer. Moving back over to Champion's turn. Let's see. He's probably going to send in Brawn here as a bit of a damage sponge for Fangry and Demolisher. Albeit, the question is, does he go into Ravage or does he try to finish off Fangry? I'm honestly not too sure here, so I'm going to go silent while I am promoting this. And we are still waiting for a play from Champion. And he's set the hand down. He's thinking about something. Nitro Boosters comes down onto Braun, so it's not going to act as a damage sponge this turn, and it'll still force an attack into Lion. Oh, that's why he dropped the Nitro Booster. Okay. So honestly, in this situation, he could get away with attacking either Fangry or Ravage, and actually, if you attack Fangry, that causes an extra attacker to go onto the board, so going in for 5, Pierce 1, I believe that is, and if that went into Fangry, I didn't hear who it went into, but that's a dead Fangry if that is the case. Combat Dagger for a Bashing Shield, and that went into Ravage, who took 4. Ozzy will draw for turn. Okay, Sound Wave Flip. Steeljaw comes out. New Orders and Kinetic Intensifier Whip. So the New Orders looks to go back on top of the deck. At least I thought that's what it was from the brief glimpse I had. And plus, it would make sense Ozzy would want to get that out of Champion's hand as quickly as possible. So now we're just waiting here to see... Backup Beam comes down onto Steeljaw, so that is probably, oh no, sending Soundwave into Lionizer. Oh, wait a minute, he's saving Steeljaw for an attack on one of the power hitters. That makes sense. Oh, I just realized that this, the thing on screen is, actually incorrect. It is Fangry currently on the field, not Horrible. I don't know why I put Bull. I am sorry for that. My apologies. I had this set up a couple of days ago because this was kind of the feature match that me and Tank were looking to broadcast. And, yeah, I prepped myself for it. Anyways, Lionizer is now on Braun, so that's probably telegraphing Braun going in and acting as a bit of a damage sponge. So, Kinetic Intensifier Whip onto Demolisher. Some pain is about to be dealt out. Sending Braun in. Going into Soundwave instead of Ravage. That's an interesting decision. Okay, so going in for... I cannot do math. Eight Pierce 4 going in to Soundwave, and he'll take 6. And then we'll move back over to Ozzy's turn. Alrighty, so now we wait and see what Ozzy is deciding to do. Mission Briefing comes down for 3. That is a pretty standard play for Ozzy's deck at this point. So now we're just waiting for a potential upgrade play. And honestly, I'm not too sure what else he has in the deck, because we do not have access to the deck lists at the current moment. Those will not be revealed until Top Cut hits. So we're kind of in the dark on what players have in their decks, aside from past experience. And I actually have played against Ozzy's, or I did play against Ozzy's deck in round 1. I just don't remember a lot of what was in the deck, because I honestly forgot how that match went for the most part, aside from the fact that I won 2-1. Anyways, a Rage comes down onto Steeljaw, flipping to alt mode and going into Braun. So that will do a damage to Braun from Ray. Oh, wait a minute. Yep, Braun does take a damage, and Going in for bold 4. Pierce 4 going into Brawn. That is a dead Brawn thanks to the damage from Rage. And we're going to move back over to Champion's turn here with him having 2 characters off the board. Things are looking to be in Ozzy's favor right now, but if there's anything I've learned over my time of watching sports, you don't say it's over until the clock hits 0. Heat of Battle coming down. That probably, yep, there's a Demolisher flip. I was about to say that probably telegraphs a Demolisher flip. And if I had to take a wild guess, Soundwave is about to get lit up here. So now we just wait and see. Albeit, something to note, Ozzy is tapped out here, so Champion could very well get a double kill here, sending Demolisher... Yep, Demolisher is going into Soundwave. He's currently sitting at bold 5 plus 4 additional flips from his ability. And then, there is a lot of oh my god, he has an I Still Function in the deck. That's interesting. God, that is a lot of orange. Pierce 5, I believe, is the hit, and that will KO Soundwave, because I don't think there's a whole lot of blue in either player's deck. Which makes sense for consistency's sake. Oh, now I get why he dropped the Heat of Battle, because Fangry's attacking. Duh. This is why I wanted Tank in the boost, to point out when I'm, like, forgetting obvious things. So going into Fangry here with Fangry, that makes sense. Again, the double kill here, leaving just the cassettes and Parsec alive. Now, if only Gyrick was on the field, then it would technically be a triple kill, because Gyrick, for those of you who don't know, auto-kills Parsec whenever he deploys, if it is your turn, or whoever has Gyrick's turn. So, that, I don't know how much damage got dealt out there, but I'm pretty sure there was minimum Pierce 3, so that is a dead Fangry, and Parsec will be on the field. And we're going to move back over to Ozzy's turn here. Oh, no, yeah, we're going to move over to Ozzy's turn. I was about to say after an untap, but we have an untapped character in Parsec. And looks like Ozzy forgot about the Heat of Battle. Not too sure what was going on there. So, it looks like that's what was getting resolved. And then Parsec is now on the field. This swung very quickly towards Champion's side of the pendulum here. So. Wait, why is he untapping? Yep, okay. I was about to say, like, you have an untapped character. But, again, stuff like this happens. It's no big deal, as long as it's resolved quickly, which it was in this circumstance. Anyways, Ozzy will draw for turn. And now we have to see what is the plan here, because Champion will get the first swing after the untap. Parsec may not be able to do too much here. So who does he go into? Because Demolisher probably won't take a whole lot of damage unless he gets really lucky with the Pierce. And Fangry's just a little hard. Well, actually, because Demolisher has a one-shot threshold right now of 11, or, yeah, one-shot threshold of 11. Fangry is 13, so Demolisher may actually be the better play here, even though there is no way Parsec gets a one-shot here. Nitro Booster comes down on the Parsec. Supercharge! Okay, wait a minute. We may very well get a one-shot here. Hold on a second. So that's bold 4 twice. Nitro Boosters on the last remaining character. That is always a dirty move. And it's just, in this case, it may very well save Ozzy's rear end here. So, Parsec will attack. I believe the call was Fangry? I'm not sure, though. I did not hear it, unfortunately. 6 Pierce. 6 Pierce 6. Demolisher is alive on 1. I think that might... Now does he go into Fangry here? Or does he just try to kill Demolisher? Because... Okay, so... Fangry will go... Oh, no, going into Fangry. Okay, I completely forgot how attacks work in this game all of a sudden. And that is going to be doing... 8 Pierce 6. Oh, 8 Pierce 8. Okay, I am... Okay, so champion will draw for turn. Demolisher's alive on 1. Fangry has 3 health remaining. And now the question is, what does champion do here? My guess is he goes after Oh, he can't go after Ravage. He has to go into Parsec because both Steeljaw and Ravage are in alt mode. Oh, that's crafty. Or not crafty, that's shifty. So, precision firing bot mode, never mind, Parsec is dead. So that was a quick end to that plan from Ozzy. And then we're just gonna see Demolisher attacking in alt mode. When is the last time you saw that? When is the last time you saw that? 8 Pierce. Oh, 9? Yeah, 9 into Ravage. That is a dead Ravage. Barring an absolute miracle. Oh, wait a minute. If Ozzy has a way to kill Demolisher here and then attack into Fangry, he might have this. We just have to hope he has some direct damage in hand. Otherwise, things are looking to be in Champion's favor. Yep, you have to flip to bot mode here. He has the crash! There goes Demolisher. Here comes an attack into Fangry. Things just swung back in Ozzy's favor. This is really close. Like, we've seen these decks dominate before, and this... The simple change of the health heads, I think, is making a huge difference here. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it is. I honestly have no idea, but... We're going to see a flamethrower replace the backup beam? Not too sure I understand the logic there. Yeah, I'm not too sure what exactly that was for, so we're just going to move on from that. But yeah, this has been a really, really good match so far, I must say. And that is 4 Pierce 4, and that is a dead Fangry. Parsec is the last one on the field. Needs a pretty big swing here in order to finish this off. Champion will draw for turn. Supercharge. Oh, that could do it. I just don't remember how much attack that Parsec has. So, goes in, has bolt 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and... Wait. Okay, yep, there it is. 7 Pierce 2 was that? I think it was 7 Pierce 2. I'm not 100% sure. And... Okay, Steeljaw is alive, and I think, yep, that looks to be the end of Game 1. So if I'm not mistaken, I need to find the correct marker... There it is, okay. It took me a while to find that in OBS. But Ozzy takes Game 1, and now we just wait for sideboarding to commence. Honestly, in terms of what both players could sideboard, I'm honestly not too sure. This was a fairly close match, so there's not really one thing that could tip the scales in favor of one player or the other. So... we'll just have to wait and see. But while we are waiting, since we have a moment here to just do whatever, I'm going to take this moment to talk about the Wave BFB Wastelands beta. The next release from Team Bayformers is on the way, and plenty of cards have been spoiled for the set, but there's one step to go before they can be officially released. A public beta to ensure everything is as balanced and polished as humanly possible. At the time of this broadcast, roughly half the cards in the set have been revealed to the public and made available for testing, and these cards feature, among other things, the new rolling action and a press mechanics. If you're interested in testing a few cards out for yourself, be sure to check out the Bayformers downloads page, of which there is a link in the description, or you can find it at bayformers.net/downloads. And if you have any questions about the beta, be sure to join the Bayformers Discord server, of which there is also a link to in the description. Again, if you want to join the testing process for Wave BFB, be sure to check out the link in the description to download the beta for yourself, or go to bayformers.net/downloads, and be sure to join the Discord at that link in the description if you have any questions. So, we are now moving back to the game, and I'm not sure who's going first because I took the headset off so I could say that cleanly. So, Champion is going first here. That probably means Lionizer is going to swing in first, in all honesty. Wait, he's looking at Braun's bot mode? Flipping Braun to bot mode? What? When's the last time you saw that? But Lionizer does go in as anticipated for typical Battlemaster shenanigans. But flipping Braun to bot mode, I was not expecting that. That was interesting. So anyway, Soundwave will take 3 off this attack. I'm sure of what the exact number is. I think it was 5 or... Wait. So 3 plus 2 or... Yeah, so it must have been 5 in that case. So Champion Tan on Aussie's flip is Precision Fire, Improvised Shield, Fight for Position, Wedge Formation. Fight for Position goes back on top. Unsurprising. So now it's just a matter of... Okay, that's Aussie's card for turn. Rage on Fangry and sending Fangry in, doing it extra damage to Lionizer, and gets the Bold 2. 7 Pierce 1. Wait, doesn't Fangry only get the Bold if... Doesn't Fangry only get the Bold if it's greater than stars? Or am I missing something here? Am I missing something here? Hold on. I gotta look this up. Because doesn't Fangry say if you have... Yeah, because Fangry's 7 stars and Lionizer's 7 stars. Oh, okay, there was a gameplay error there. Would that have mattered? I'm honestly not too sure. So, 7 Pierce 6 with Braun going into Fangry. He takes 6. And there was a fight for position that I think came down for Braun as well. Yeah, it looks like there was a gameplay error there. Fangry should not have had that Bold unless I'm missing some. Oh, wait. I'm dumb. Rage has Bold 1. Parsec has Bold 1. Please roast me at your earliest convenience. Anyways, flip Soundwave to alt mode. Ravage is on the field in case I didn't already make that apparent. And now we just wait and see what Aussie has in hand. This is where I would usually bounce off Tank what he thinks would come down. There is a Fusion Borg that has come down fresh off of a sentence in Garrus 9 from the last event. That was weird not seeing any Fusion Borgs last event. And Ravage goes in for, I believe, 7 Pierce 5? 7 Pierce 7. I still am not good at math. And Braun is still alive, so I think he's alive on 2. Now let's get back on track here. Moving over to Champion's turn. So we have the draw. There is a wedge formation, probably healing a damage from Braun. Healing 1 from Lionizer, what? genuinely confused as to what I don't even know what to say. That is just surprising. Usually you don't see heal on Battle Masters unless its name is like Turbo Board or something. Or like Caliburst with Shockwave, or in weird cases, Needler. Also draws a card because Demolisher is ranged in alt mode conveniently enough because tanks. Don't know how there would be a melee tank. That is... Now I kind of want to see if I can make one, but I will save my custom card ramblings for later. In the meantime, we got a match to commentate, so... So, Power Punch on the Demolisher, Flip Demolisher, and sending into Ravage. This is going to hurt a lot. Eight Pierce 5, it looks like the attack is. 8 Pierce 6, maybe? So Ravage is still alive. As soon as I heard 8, I realized there was probably no way Ravage was dying from this. But he is pretty hurt, or pretty banged up. So if Champion manages to pull a Cayman Crash anytime soon, that is probably going to spell Ravage's demise. So we move back over to Ozzy's turn here. Soundwave is almost guaranteed to flip, or almost guaranteed. What am I saying? Of course he's going to flip Soundwave. So Steeljaw comes out. There's 2 wedge formations and a rock toss. Ugh, that hand is, not good. Putting a wedge formation back on top of the deck, I mean, it still is a -1, and plus Champion has a wedge formation in hand already, so it's not like that he would even want to pick that up unless he just wants back-to-back turns of healing Lionizer again. Which, again, I still don't understand the logic behind the Lionizer heal, but hey, he clearly knows something I don't know. Backup beam on Steeljaw. Soundwave will go into... I missed the call again because I'm trying to commentate this. This is why I wish I had Tank here right now. Going into Brawn, and that is a dead Brawn. I don't... As long as... Yeah, it looks like Pierce 2 is in there, so Brawn was dead no matter what, essentially. Champion is now taking his turn. New orders, untap Demolisher. Oh boy, here we go with this. Where's the Nitro Boosters? Where is the Nitro Boosters? He's not flipping up his hand. Does he not have the Nitro Boosters? So Ravage is alive on 2. Champion is inquiring about that. I'm not sure he has the Nitro Boosters, so... This could get interesting real quick. Still no word on any upgrade play. And I'm honestly not too sure what Champion could drop here because, again, we don't have access to the deck list since it is the Swiss routes. Looks like an attack is going to be declared here without an upgrade play. It's just a matter of does Fangry go in or does Demolisher go in? Going into Ravage with Demolisher, that is probably going to kill him. 7 into 2, or into 1, excuse me. That is a dead Ravage. Moving over to Ozzy's turn with 1 character off the board on each side. Steeljaw will be going in this turn. It's just a matter of how much damage could he potentially put onto Demolisher here? Because I'm pretty sure there is no way he attacks Lionizer. Because attacking a Battle Master seems like a bad idea. Unless that Battle Master is Turbo Board, but that's a weird exception. Still
no plays yet, so Ozzy must have a few options in hand, or... There's the Nitro Boosters! Okay, so this is going to heat a battle. It's a bold action. Going into Demolisher, Nitro Boosters will scrap. Bold 6 is coming in hot. Got a little bit of a camera lag issue there, but all seems to be good now. And no High Mirage here. 8 Pierce 5 going into Demolisher. He will not die, but he will take a butt-ton of damage, and now Cayman Crash is live for a kill shot on Demolisher. Dropping the Bashing Shield to pick up a mission briefing that looked like. And we'll move back over to Champion's turn with Demolisher on life support. Fangry looking to just absolutely wreck somebody. In fact, he's probably going to end up wrecking Ozzy's Fangry, if I had to guess, just because he's sitting on 6 out of 11 in terms of damage. Flipping Demolisher, no draw, but it does give him attack power, I guess. Actually, I'm not too sure what the reason for flipping Demolisher is there. Again, I don't like to criticize players' decisions because there's probably something they know that I don't. Except with what happened last round with Vangelis triggering Brutal Conditioning to disable Safeguard. I still feel horrible about that situation. That was just a series of unfortunate events. We see a wedge formation. Demolisher is not melee in that mode. Hold on. Nope. Yep, we had that issue just resolved. Ozzy and Bill, who is in the chat right now, just called that out. So Demolisher does not heal. He still gets the card draw. It's just a matter of he has to heal Lionizer instead. So Demolisher is sitting at 5 damage right now, despite what the die says, and... Yep, looks like we're trying to resolve this issue now, so, okay. Okay, so this issue has been resolved, and Lionizer has been healed again. And in this context, that actually makes sense as to why he would get healed, because he is the only character that has damage on him and is melee. Going into Soundwave here, that's interesting. 8 Pierce 1 going into Soundwave, blocking 2, taking 6, so I believe that'll put him at 9? Yep, that puts Soundwave at 9 out of his 15. And we will move back over to Ozzy's turn, and Steeljaw will get a swing before the untap. Or maybe 2 if Ozzy... I can speak. If Ozzy has another Nitro Boosters in hand, which... Given this deck, I would not be surprised if that was the case. We will just have to wait and see, though. There's a mission briefing for 2, so that could potentially fish out a Nitro Boosters. So he drew at least 1, and then has to reshuffle. Not sure if there is a second draw yet to happen, or if he already drew both of the cards for the mission briefing. Not 100% sure on that myself. And the answer is, yep, he had not drawn that second card yet. So now we just wait and see if he has the Nitro Boosters. He does not, but he has a Rage instead. Flip Steeljaw. Sending into Demolisher. Doing a damage to Demolisher, so he just needs to get Pierce 1 here, and there it is. He would have gotten the kill without it. So that is a dead Demolisher. He could have gotten away with doing the damage to Lionizer here, but hey, hindsight 2020, so that puts... Well, either way, Demolisher was dying, essentially, so there was going to be a one-character advantage for Ozzy no matter what. But now we're moving back over to Champion's turn. Steeljaw cannot be attacked, so it's a matter of, does he think he can kill Fangry, or does he think he can kill Soundwave? Both, well, Soundwave has 6 remaining, Fangry has 5 remaining. My guess is he probably goes into Soundwave here just to deny Ozzy a extra attack. Well, actually, going into Fangry would deny the extra attacker. I don't know what I'm talking about. Because it also takes a Rage off the field, which is going to be important, potentially late game, for finishing off a character. He's contemplating here. He's got some options in hand, it looks like. It's just a matter of which ones does he want to commit to. And honestly, I'm not sure what he does here. Like, attacking Soundwave or Fangry seems like a viable option here, but if I was in the circumstance, I'd probably go after Fangry just because it denies a Rage trigger at the very minimum. Fangry isn't going to be getting the bold here, though, if he attacks Ozzy's Fangry, though, so that is something to take into consideration, unless Lionizer gets thrown in front as a tribute. Kinetic Intensifier Whip? Wait, what? Fight for position, and then sending Fangry into Fangry, it looks like. So... Wait, did he go into Soundwave? I think he went into Soundwave there, because he should not be getting Bold 2 against Fangry. Yep, that is taking out Soundwave. And we'll move back over to Ozzy's turn. The character numbers have been evened out once again. Now we just wait to see what the move is going to be from Ozzy here, because Fangry on champion side is sitting on full health. So it's just a matter of how much damage is Ozzy going to go here. And honestly, I'm not too sure. Like, honestly, any decision that Ozzy does that doesn't sabotage himself in some miracle circumstance, I'm not going to disagree with. Power Punch coming down on the Fangry, so that probably telegraphs that probably telegraphs. It obviously telegraphs Fangry's going in. So, and we're getting error messages. Great, just great. Ooh, oh boy. Gotta love technology sometimes. Cayman Crash, 1 on Fangry and 2 on 2 Champions Fangry. So that puts the one-shot threshold down by 2 to 11. And then Fangry goes in. Now the one-shot threshold is down to 10 with Fangry. Or, yeah, 10. So, considering Ozzy is sitting on, I believe, Bold 4 here. Bold 5, excuse me, because of Rage. I forgot that how that works. So... Okay. So, how much damage is getting dealt here? I was looking away at something at that moment. Oh, alive on 1! Are you serious? No, that hurts. That hurts. Wedge formation comes down and adds insult to injury. There's a Nitro Boosters on Lionizer, albeit I'm not too sure. Well, I mean, it's an additional Bold 4 hit, so makes sense. Eight, Pierce 3, that is a dead Fangry, and Parsec is on the field. Now, he's probably going to get thrown in as a sacrifice here if I had to take a wild guess. Especially if Ozzy has some sort of bold card in hand. So now we just wait and see what Ozzy is able to do. Okay, my audio is still on. Thank God. Escape capsule on Parsec. Okay, so he doesn't have a bold upgrade.
Does he have a bold action? Sets a secret action. Okay, that probably is a hold the line if I had to take a wild guess, because I really don't know what other secret action could be set there. Okay, so 5 Pierce 3 going into Fangry, and that is a dead Fangry. Parsec is on the field. So Champion will draw for turn. And now we just see, does Champion have any direct damage to remove Parsec from the field? Okay, we're asking about cards in hand. Not too sure what that telegraphs. Because yep, incoming transmission comes down. I was about to say, I don't know if Champion is playing Sprouting for Energon in his deck. Which, by the way, if you're not playing that card, you should seriously consider it. It is incredible. Even if it is just the action equivalent of a Paralyzo box. It is amazing. So now we wait and see. Does he have an upgrade in hand? Power Punch on Parsec. This is overkill if I've ever seen it. Yeah, not too sure. I'm a fan of that Power Punch, unless... I mean, Champion was triggering the reshuffle anyway with Parsec's inbuilt Bold 1. And actually looking at this, was that a Hold the Line set? There's a couple of decisions here that I was not too sure about. Lose the initiative? What the hell? Oh, Nitro Boosters is the thing. I'm dumb. That is a heads-up sideboard tech, I believe, by Ozzy. So now we just wait and see what Ozzy is able to pull. Bashing Shield for no value, but hey, it's a +1 defense boost, so might as well. So that is a dead Parsec, and the attack fizzles, and over to Champion's turn. Grenade Launcher isn't punished for dropping the Power Punch early. This could be the end of the game. Because that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's... Wait, he's alive on 1! He's alive on 1! Oh, the Bashing Shield coming in clutch. Wait. Oh, the Bashing Shield coming in clutch. Bashing Shield for the win potentially here. We have an untap. There's a supercharge, and Rage will deal damage to Lionizer. And 3 damage, I believe, needs to get through to Lionizer here. There's the first Pierce. So as long as Pierce 3, I think, comes... Actually, it doesn't even matter, because Steeljaw has 3 attack. I'm pretty sure Lionizer has 0 defense. And there's a collective, I think, 0 blues between both players' decks. So I believe, if my math is correct, Lionizer is dead. And if I am not mistaken, that is a Game 2 win for Ozzy, and Ozzy has managed to win in 2. Okay. That was a offense just extravaganza, to say the least. Cayman Crash coming in clutch a couple of times. Rage direct damage coming in clutch a couple of times. What have we learned here tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Rage or just any form of direct damage is crucial, and I can actually speak to that. Ironically, against Ozzy's deck, when I was playing against him in round 1, Ravage got left alive on 1, and I couldn't draw one of my 3 direct damage cards in my main deck. I signed it into 2 more, which I only put in because Naga constantly told me you need to stop playing whipped into shape in your sideboard. Put in a third of this and a second of this. And I'm like, oh, at the last second, I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And then it ended up saving my ass in that game. So, yeah, play your direct damage, kids. Play your direct damage. So, if I am not mistaken, and it looks like I am not, I'm just listening in here to make sure that the set is actually over, because I don't want to prematurely end the stream. But if this is correct, which I believe it is, Ozzy has beaten Champion 2-0, and I believe Ozzy is now 1-1 and Champion is now 1-1, if I am not mistaken. So both players are now 1-1 on the overall event. And now we just... Yep, it looks to be game over. So, yep, Ozzy has indeed won 2-0 against Champion in round 2 of Encounter 5. And hopefully the broadcast for round 3's feature match will not be this late at night again. It's just, this is the way things worked out, and sometimes this happens. But hopefully you can forgive me for this, and hopefully you can forgive me for the fact that I did not have a co-commentator to correct all of my idiotic calls this time. So hopefully we can relieve, or I'll fix that for next time. Maybe I'll get Legendary or Bill in here if Tank is unable to commentate. But until then, hopefully you enjoyed this broadcast, and we'll see you for whatever the round 3 feature match is going to be. Peace out, y'all.